watch your back. Oh, what? Good afternoon. Hello. They got their hairs done and their nails done. I think it's good enough for that song. You have no idea how hard it is for me to not stream Bomb Rush Cyberfunk right now. I gotta do Paranormasight. I'm keeping Bomb Rush on for my own little side thing that I'm doing. Whenever I'm not streaming. That and Baldur's Gate. And soon probably Armored Core. Jesus Christ. Stop releasing your games in this general vicinity. August, September, October, and obviously like December. Biggest time. Biggest time. Good Lord. So how's it been? I haven't streamed in, Paranormasight says I haven't streamed since July 22nd, which seems about right. So it's been a month. It's been a month to the day. Oh! But I have been making videos. Pierce and I did, Cursed Halo. And that's about to finish up. That's going to finish up tomorrow. New episode today. New highlight video just dropped. Literally like under an hour ago. So I think it's pretty cool. Sometimes when I just get a bit in my head, I gotta do it. And I don't know if that's healthy or not. You know what? We can still have the music. We can still have the music. We can still be chill and have the music. Maybe that's too loud. Drop that down. Drop it. God, Bomb Rush Cyberfunk is a really good game. It needs some things that I would change about it. Obviously, like, it's not a perfect game. The writing seems a little bit stiff. Like, it doesn't... None of the characters really sound any different from each other. That's kind of probably a weird thing to say or thing to, I don't know, notice, I guess. But they're all very stiff in their speech patterns. Like, there's no use of, like, you are, and that is, like, there are no contractions, there are no, like, shortcuts in the writing that you would think that these characters would take. Like, with the police, I can imagine, okay, yeah, they'll go full sentences like that. Gameplay wise, I don't know. I think I was hoping more of a Tony Hawk like move pool. A lot of what you're going to be doing is just pressing the same 3 face buttons, jumping occasionally, pressing the same 3 face buttons, and that's pretty much all of your points. Plus, you can never really wipe out. I know it's mainly supposed to be straight ripping. I can't say that. It's supposed to be Jet Set Radio Future. But I don't know. Having it where there is no penalty really for fucking up your combo. Kinda iffy. You know? It's like, what are the points even for then, other than to just be points? I don't know. Other than that, like, the presentation's very good. The art style's very good. It's a game that's going to be holding up for a long time, and it's just good to see, like, a new Jet Set Radio, like, you know? Maybe this would be a pitch to Sega, be like, hey, you guys know that people want a new Jet Set. And Sega is, at this point, probably at their biggest probably since they were making consoles. I don't know. I don't know if that's a weird thing to say. I think they are legitimately at their big. They just bought Rovio, the fucking Angry Birds people, which is fucking insane to me. Like, okay, they just bought it. Like, oh. And then it's not King, obviously. If they bought King, then yeah, King's the like Candy Crush people. But yeah, I think Sega's probably at their biggest in both popularity and just general being right now. Granted, they did close their last arcade HQ or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, there's so much stuff happening. There's so much stuff coming out. Fucking, when does Armored Core come out? I think I looked it up. It was like 5 days, 4 days. I think it's on Friday. Just see. 2 days, August 24th. So yeah, Thursday. Or thereabouts. And it's like, man. I just dropped money on Baldur's Gate 3. I just dropped money on Bomber Cyberpunk. Can I drop more money? Can I drop another 60 some for Armored Core 6? Like, oh! When I've never actually played an Armored Core game, I'm a poser. I'm a faker. I do plan on getting to it at some point. It's just like Ace Combat. Like, I'm trying to get through the Yakuza games. Maybe after Yakuza, I'll run through Armored Core. I don't know. There's a whole slew of games that I want to get to. Freaking Phantom Liberty comes out, I think, in September. Like almost a month from now, the Phantom Liberty comes out, and then the Teal Mask for Pokemon comes out on the 13th. So my God, Jesus. But anyway, we're not here for those games. We're here for a small visual novel. Right? That's what we want. That's what we're going for. Let's get the game up and running. It's been a while since like I said, it's been a while since I played it. I've got like, where's it even at in my library? There it is. Alright, music. Last hurrah. Huh? Huh? And from that to spooky music. Very spooky music. Bah. We're back. We're back with the 7 mysteries of Honjo. Gosh, can I use my controller? I don't remember. I can. Okay, we'll use this. We were going through, yes, Yako's story. Then there was a pause here. We can't do anything else for this. Can't do anything else for you, because you're dead. You're still around, but you can't do anything. So yeah, escape from Komagata High. After Yako acquires the curse of the Fool's Procession, Mio tries to persuade her to give up on going after the Rite of Resurrection. The effects of the curse echoes are already appearing at the school, so the two hurry to get out of the classroom. Bum, 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 bum. 1 a.m. Inside Komagata High. Hey, Mio. What was that just now? Could it be another curse echo different from mine? I think so, yes. We may have been discovered by another cursed bear. Oh. What's wrong? Shh. Someone's there, in that classroom. What? Something moved inside. Well? I'm interested. It might be the curse bearer who used that curse echo just now. If we can see who it is, it might help us decide what to do later. That's true. Okay, be careful. Two kids gonna die tonight. Let's go. Well, can you see anything? Try and get a look around. Oh, hey. Ah! Huh? Is that our homeroom teacher, Mr. Janochi? And the person with him is Hitomi from Class A. What? Oh my. What is going on here? That bastard. He's at it again. I have to kill him. I won't let him get away with this. What? The curse. I could kill him with it. No, Yako, you can't use the cursed stone. What's gotten into you? Resist it! Who's there? Is someone there? This is bad. We have to go before they see us. Alright. I would have killed him. I need information. Maybe next time. Seems like they're not coming after us. Let's hope they didn't see our faces. Miyako, what came over you all of a sudden? Sorry. Thanks for stopping me. It's like this uncontrollable rage suddenly welled up inside me. I wonder what's gotten into me. I can barely even remember what happened. I'm really sorry. I do think it's partly the curse's influence on you, but we certainly saw something shocking. My heart's still pounding. I'm a little surprised you know Hitomi from Class A. She tends to stand out a lot. Gotcha. Well, she certainly does dress like a delinquent, though she barely shows up to school. Oh, God, yeah, we're dead. Motherfucker. Bastard. God, what do I have on me? What's the buttons of this game again? I can't check what I have. No, I'm dead. But could Mr. Janochi or Hitomi really be a curse bearer? I don't know, but we should be careful just in case. Yako? When I give the signal, run. Go straight for the entrance. Don't look back, no matter what. Huh? Why? Did something happen? Something happened, didn't it? What about you, Mio? I'll be fine. We'll meet up outside the school gates. If I'm not there in 10 minutes, go straight home, okay? Okay, go! Badass. Badass. Right. Don't look back. Don't look back. Oh, God, there's a scream. I have to get outside. Let's see. To get to the gates, I go by the gym and... Oh. I go by the gym and... What are you doing, miss? Yeah! Hi. You shouldn't be here this late. Don't you know what time it is? Oh, Mr. Ashimiya. Well, if it isn't Yako. Anyways, students ain't supposed to be outside playing around at night. I know you're rough around the edges, but I didn't take you for one to act out like this. I'm not acting out. I'm sorry. I forgot something back in the classroom. No sass today, huh? Realize you were in the wrong, did you? Yes. Forgot something in your classroom, huh? You're a piece of work. Hmm? You don't have nothing with you. Oh, wait, you do. What's that in your hand? Huh? Well, this is what I forgot. I got it from my grandpa. It's really important to me. Huh, girls these days sure have weird tastes. Well, okay, better head straight home if you're done. I won't tell on you. No, wait, I can't let you walk home alone this late. Alright, wait just a little. I'll hurry and lock things up. But... I'm worried about me. Do we put him in danger too? She said no matter what, don't look back. I'm worried about Mia. Actually, a friend of mine is still inside. I think they'll be here soon. That's so. Who's your friend? My classmate Mia Kurisuzu. Oh, that transfer student? Breaking school rules already, huh? Didn't take her for the type. No, I was the one who dragged her here. Well, whatever. I'll go take a look. It'll be safer with you if you go home together. Oh, right. She's in the first floor hallways. Be careful, though. You don't know what may be there. What's that supposed to mean? First floor, yeah. I'll be right back. Oh, I got the man killed. I got the janitor killed. Gosh darn it. He seemed like a cool guy. She's late. I've been waiting for 20 or 30 minutes, but there's no sign of her. I'm starting to get worried. I'm going to take a look. Mio? You there? Well, huh? Well, shit. Damn it. Well, Mio, what happened? Where did I go wrong this time? It's my fault. It's all my fault. I left her alone with a curse bearer. Yo. I'm sorry. The truth is, get lobotomized. Hey, dude. This is bound to happen. There's someone who must not be trusted. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? If so, you may choose to withhold information, important information from that person. Fear not, you may try as many times as you like from the event in question. Yep. I can't trust Makoto. Damn. That sucks. What's the button to skip? Auto button display. What button is it? Oh, there it is. That is not. That is not fast enough. Oh, right, Mr. Janochi was actually looking for you inside the main building. Was that? He's here right now. What's he thinking? I don't know. He was in class 3B on the second floor just a bit ago. Well, I suppose that means I can't be locking up yet. Second floor, he said? I'll go take a peek. Be back in a jiff. My house is really close by. I'll be fine on my own, really. That's so? A snack shop, right? Suppose you'll be fine then. Be careful now, you hear? Stay on the big, well-lit streets. If something happens, shout fire! Don't say that, I've got PTSD. Okay, you worry too much. Well, we wouldn't want to be losing any more students. Though I imagine you'd know that better than anyone. Yeah, you're right. She's still at the front gates. Ah, she's hiding out. Mio's late. I've been waiting for 20 or 30 minutes, but there's no sign of her. Huh? There's someone coming down the road. That's... Oh no, a teacher. It's Mr. Arishi. He looks on edge. I wonder what he's doing. Wait, he's the one who discovered the rite of resurrection. It wouldn't be strange for him to be involved with the curses. I wonder if he has a curse stone. What do I do? Must way past the 10 minutes Mio said she'd be here by now. I managed to escape. I can't let that go to waste. I need to get out of here before anyone sees me. Home. Thank goodness. I don't think the walk has ever felt so long. Nobody will be able to use their curse once it's light outside. I need to go look for Mio as soon as it's morning. But for now, I need some rest. Alright. Failure to escape. A successful getaway. I'm glad I got rid of that branch as soon as it became available. After persuading Araishi, the curse bearer of the ever-burning lantern, to give up his stone, Susumi and Ario have obtained 3 curse stones in total. They continue their investigation of the town in search of the remaining curse bearers. Road. Not a nondescript road. Well, I don't remember his voice. With this, no. We'll have visited every place connected to the 7 mysteries. This is the last spot, huh? And we've got nothing to show for it. Even though every last location looks suspect from top to bottom. Maybe we came in at the wrong time. There might not have been any curse bearers around. Sounds like we'll need to do another round before morning comes then. Or maybe someone's been observing our movements. What? No way! It's just a thought. Either way, we should check out this last place. Let's hope we finally get a lead. Kinshibori Park. Hey. It's him, the protagonist. The main character. Whoa, 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 what the hell is this? Is he dead? Damn it, we were too late. Was this a curse too? Hang on, I'm going to call this in. And I'll leave it to you. I'm going to take a look around. Boss, bad news. What is it? Another mysterious death was reported in the area just now. The medical unit and forensics team are on the way, but it'll be a while before they arrive. That is bad news. So they got someone else. You think this is the work of a curse bearer? With suspicious deaths popping up one after another, we have to assume it is. Shit. Guess we'll be stuck waiting around for a while. I guess it's time to talk. We get no interaction. Boss, that phone is ringing. The phone booth seems to be ringing. I didn't even know these things could receive calls. Well, we better go check it out. You're right, but be careful, it could be a curse. Hey, I said we. You expect me to go alone? You're the one who's tough against this stuff. Don't worry, boss. You can do it. Go on now. Damn it. Goddamn youngins. Sending their elders to pick up weird phone calls. Hello? Kinshibori Park phone booth. Evening, Detective Susume. How are things looking out there? Who is this? I finally got him. The real deal. Detective Tetsuo Susume himself. Wait. That's Chief Inspector Susume now, isn't it? You've come a long way since we last met. I asked you to identify yourself. Man, have you forgotten already, after all the time we spent together? What a time that was. As I recall, I gave you quite the runaround. Wait, is this... Fumichika Nejima? What did you say? It's Fumichika Nejima? Fumichika? Like the one from the Nejima murders? Ding, 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 you got it. I had a feeling that great Detective Chief Tsutsumi, good lord, would remember me. I spent 20 long years in a cell thanks to you. That shit was not easy. You should be thanking me. Should have given you plenty of time to think and atone for your sins. That it did. I've repented. My conscience is clean as a whistle. Bullshit. 20 years in prison doesn't even begin to make up for the shit you did. I don't know about that. After all, the justice system was gracious enough to grant me parole. What? If this is the real Fumichika Nejima, he must still have a grudge against me for arresting him. So is this payback? Damn it. How'd you find me? That is my favorite part, the sound of confusion in your voice. It's to die for. This is delicious. I can't get enough. I'm not telling you shit. Have fun racking your tiny little brain for it. What's your goal? Now, you gotta understand. I've repented, seen the light. I've been a good boy since I was granted parole. I haven't got myself a job. I've been real serious about walking the right path. Oh, that's very nice. Keep it up. But it was no good. When the opportunity arose, it was impossible to hold myself back. I knew I had to give you a little token of thanks, or I'd never truly be able to have a fresh start. Do you get what I'm saying? No thanks. I don't need anything. No need to do all that for me. Just try to live a quiet life. Oh, it's no hassle. No hassle at all. It'd be all too easy to just kill you, to tear you apart. But that wouldn't be very satisfying. Certainly not after 20 fucking years of waiting. That's a long time to nurture a grudge. You fucking bet it is. I let it gnaw at me, grow inside of me. I thought of nothing else. All that time, I played model prisoner and endured the harassment those asshole guards threw at me. And I did it all for you, Susume. So please, just accept my deepest and most sincere feelings. Sorry, but I'm afraid I don't feel the same way about you. Shut the fuck up. That attitude of yours is why I'm saving you for last. I guess I could give you a little hint. Go on. Well, you see, I have the one-sided read. Let's try to remember what the one-sided read is. There was once an infamous rogue by the name of Tomezo who fell for a woman named Okoma. Tomezo persistently chased after Okoma, attempting to win her heart over and over again, but she rejected his advances each time. Enraged by her indifference to him, Tomezo brought a dagger to a canal near Ryogoku Bridge and attacked Okoma. He cut the arm and leg off one side of her body, and then threw them into the canal. Ever since then, the reeds growing along that canal have only sprouted leaves on one side. Susume, you have the evergreen beach now. Nejima, you're a curse bearer? You're using the power of the curse? Indeed, and what a peculiar curse it is. But That's where my hints end. God damn it. A curse echo couldn't have fallen into worse hands. What are you planning? Whatever it is, bring it on. I'm not running away. I just told you I'm not coming for you yet. Pay attention when people talk, shithead. You see, this time, I want to see you on your knees, weeping in despair, begging me for mercy. Oh, no. I'm so sorry, dear Nejima. Please forgive me. I won't do it again. Shut the fuck up. This is exactly why I've always hated you so fucking much. It was worth a shot. Fucking Jesus Christ. Did you really think that would save me, asshole? You must be crazy. Well, then we're both crazy. We've got so much in common, we should be friends. Enjoy cracking your jokes while you still can. I'm going to kill everyone you care about, one by one, till there's no one left. Sorry to disappoint, but I'm a lone wolf. I don't have anyone like that in my life. Since Zarya's standing right there. I've also me. Wait, are you just trying to protect me? There's not a single person you care about? What about your daughter? Yeah, I wonder what your sweet daughter would think if she were to hear that. He got his hands up and everything. Jesus, look at that. Don't you fucking dare, I'm warning you. Oh, very nice. This is more like it. She's living all on her own now, isn't she? Attending university and all. Such a good girl. Oh my, don't tell me that she just happens to live in Honjo. She does? No, forget it. This isn't funny, asshole. I'm going to find you and make you pay. Oh, I love it. Keep going. I want to hear you lose your mind. It's music to my ears. Fuck you. One more thing we should discuss. In fact, it's the most important thing. I thought you were finally going to shut up. I'm already sick of you, so I'll pass. Oh, but you don't want to miss this. It's the main course. I could just go after your daughter, but something tells me you'd get bored. No, I'm good. You got me real fired up. You're in my head. Well done. But this is a gift tailor-made for you. I'm going to kill all the people you swore to protect. Every last person living here. You couldn't. Oh, but with this curse of mine, I can. I'll give you until dusk. By then, I could probably get a couple hundred people or so. And it'll all be your fault. Oh, it must be so hard to know they'll all die because of you. So tragic. It must be tearing you apart. Don't fuck with me. There's no way an amateur like you could pull off a curse that strong. Unfortunately for you, I absolutely can. My curse stone is a particularly strong one. Which means I can have my fun without needing to hold back one bit. It's almost like the Feast of Shadows was cast just for me. You're surprisingly well informed about this. Who was it that tipped you off? Huh. Who knows? Then how about I kill myself first and ruin all your fun? What about that, asshole? Idiot. You think I'd call it off just because you were dead? There's no running away for you. I'll find you. I won't let you get away with this, Nejima. You've got 12 hours. 12 hours, damn. Do you really think your paltry little organization will be able to make a dent in my plans? Oh, the sacrifices made will be heavy. I can't wait to see you sobbing with regret. And I'll even have enough soul dregs to pull off the rite of resurrection. How splendid. How splendid. Give me 1 second. I have brought dog. Dog is here. Dog has arrived. Hello. Wait, Nejima, you're after the... Well, no shit. Anyway, see you around. Bye-bye now. If you can hear him licking... Yeah, that's him. Boss! Harry, did you catch all that? No, I was standing 5 feet away. Nejima, what is he planning? Who knows? For now, we need to find him and get him into custody. Send word to HQ. But the fact that the 7 mysteries are wrapped up in this is going to make things tricky. You mean with Nejima being a curse bearer? Just our luck, really. It couldn't have been a worse guy. Sounds like this curse will be able to kill a lot of people at once. I'd like to avoid getting our investigation caught in the crossfire. We'll use them to find where he is, but then we're going in alone. We should try to collect as many curse stones as we can before then. Let's hurry. Aye, aye, boss. You got it. Later, it was reported that a total of 3 suspicious deaths were discovered that night. Nejima's threats, along with the curses, were kept secret from the general public. However, the Honjo serial killing still made international headlines following the death of police officer Hajime Yoshimi. At Susumi's request, a large-scale investigation was launched into Fumichika, Nejima's whereabouts. Susumi and Ario themselves spent the rest of the night looking for curse bearers in the area, but their search ended in vain. And with that, the curtain closed on that cursed night. 12 hours to sunset. We have new branches. We have new pathings. Let's go. We continue on with Susumi or go back to the Goyles. Let's go to the Goyles. Let's bounce. Yako Sakasaki, 8 a.m. Mio lived. Oh, good morning, Yako. Huh? Yako, rise and shine. Huh? You're up. Oh yeah, it's standing up. Huh? It's morning? Hi. Are you okay? Can you remember your name? Duh, I'm the Spectre of the Spirit Board. I'm Michio Shiraishi. I'm Miyo Kurosuzu. I am the Spectre of the Spirit Board. Don't fall back asleep. You'll still be dreaming. Wake up. Yes, I'm Yako Sakazaki. Oh, Mio. Thanks for last night. Was everything okay? Yep, still alive. I couldn't dispel the curse echo or learn the identity of who used it, but I managed to at least get away. But in that situation, it's the best you can hope for. I'm sorry I got you involved in something so dangerous. I meant to look for you as soon as the sun rose, but I was just so sleepy. I can't even remember when I fell asleep. It's okay. It's only natural to be exhausted after what you went through. Besides, I also feel bad that you've been wrapped up in all this. It's supposed to be my job to prevent that from happening. Oh yeah, you said something about that last night. Just who are you exactly, Mio? Oh, well, the truth is, I've been trained in things having to do with the supernatural. What are you doing over there? Don't look at me like that. What you do? He's wrapping himself in my pillows. Huh? You mean you can learn that kind of stuff like you would with flower arranging? I had quite the eventful childhood. Huh, that sounds like it must have been tough. Yeah, so it would take a long time to explain, so let's leave it at that for now. As fate would have it, I've ended up as apprentice, or maybe more like assistant, to a notable paranormal expert. Schools have always had more paranormal disturbances because young people tend to be more susceptible to these things. Are you gonna go sleep now, or what? What are you doing? Are you gonna still roll around? Alright. I'm sent to schools that may experience something paranormal and put a stop to it before it happens. Oh, that's amazing. So it's like a part-time job you do while also being a student? Well, I do help maintain public order, but it's all part of my training, so I don't get any money. Oh, you've got it rough then. But still, that really is amazing. You were so cool when you faced off against the evil spirit. I never know if I should be happy when you compliment me like that. But anyways, that's why it's up to me to resolve any paranormal issues at the school.
Bud.
And why I'm going to look into the cause of all this. But for now, let's head to school. Yeah. Oh, do you have your curse stone? Now that it's daytime, its power is diminished. I should be able to hold on to it. Want to give it a try? I do have it, but... Yako. Is it really so wrong? Trying to bring Michio back, I mean. I can't approve of it. The ride may seem like a dream come true, but if it involves taking the lives of other people, then... Yeah, true.
Hey. Wait. Keep your tongue in your mouth. What are you doing? Hey. Stop.
You got a taste on your tongue that you don't like? I want to make sure this whole ritual ends without anyone getting hurt. That's what I believe, and what I'll put before anything else. Just the face. I'm sorry, but is it okay if I hold on to it? Yako. I promise I won't use the stone, no matter what, but maybe there's some other way. I just have this feeling that I shouldn't give up on the possibility just yet. That said, I'll help you, even if it's to stop the curses. For the Michio that still exists within me, I'll settle things so that we can move forward. That's a very anime thing to say. Okay, but if you ever feel in danger, you can give me the curse stone at any point. I didn't see anything about a tongue on those subtitles. No, I was talking to my dog. How you doing? Thank you, Mio. Okay, then, let's go. This is your first time viewing this. It's a spooky game about cursed stones killing people and ghosts. I think that's a fair description. Also, a lot of Japanese mythology. I found it unusually noisy. There's a big group of people and police in front of the school. Did something happen? If the police are here, then something must have. I'll go ask. Thanks. I'm too much of a weakling to do it myself. This isn't good. Huh? What happened? Don't panic, okay? Well, I'm gonna panic. That's just what happens. The first teacher who came to work this morning found something. Okay. Mr. Jinochi was found dead in the middle of the school grounds. In the middle of school grounds. Wow. What? They're closing the school for today. Yeah! Free day off! That's not all. I didn't know this either since I didn't watch the morning news, but rumors are spreading that a number of bodies were found nearby. What the? There's no way. Why? Could it be because of the curse? We don't know enough to say. From what I heard, Mr. Jinochi's body was in the middle of the grounds, but his body was covered in bruises like he'd fallen from somewhere high. Weird. Taking into account his unnatural death and the timing, it's very unlikely it has something to do with the curses. Unless it's a curse that makes you probably fall from the top of the building. You're saying someone used their curse on him last night? Seems like it, doesn't it? Well, that's so scary. Yeah, you're kind of in a scary game. Sorry. So the curses really do kill people. And someone used it. Shh, keep your voice down, okay? What would happen if another curse bearer heard you? We're dead. I wish we had a little more information, but they've locked up the front gate. Maybe we could sneak in through the back entrance. That person over there. They've got a weird energy flowing around them. Oh, maybe that's just the dithering. Isn't that Hitomi Okuda? You're right, that's unusual. Yeah, she's very unusual. Oh, she was at the school last night, too. She must know something about Mr. Jinochi. Let's see what she has to say. Bam! Shot off like a bullet. Huh. So you're telling me the two of you were the ones at the school last night? No sense hiding it then. Plus, I owe you one, Mio. I'll tell you everything I know. Thank you. She owes you? Oh, yeah, right after I transferred here, there was a lot of bit of trouble. She gave me one of those, what was it, exorcisms? Huh. So that's what it was. We'll do this one. You tell me, were you possessed by some kind of evil spirit? I don't understand who at all too well myself. What can I say for sure is, thanks to Mio, the weird symptoms that were happening to me all went away. Yep, some people were born with a natural sensitivity to the paranormal. They tend to end up isolated as they struggle to relate to the people around them. They also tend to draw spirits to them naturally. This can cause strange symptoms they don't understand, like headaches, muscle stiffness, and hallucinations, even memory problems. I get headaches and muscle stiffnesses. I haven't had no hallucinations. Memory problems are just natural. I'm sure it must have been very hard. So that's how it works, huh? Do people also have their personality taken over when possessed too? It is possible with spirits who have a very close relationship to their target, like siblings or a parent and child. But you almost never hear about people being taken over completely. It's when the two parties aren't in sync that those negative effects can start to appear. So the seances of whatever you see on TV are all bogus? Not quite. There are mediums and diviners who can align their minds with the spirits they call. Though there are people on TV who are just putting on a performance. Most people, very, very often, most people are doing that. Yep. Huh. There are people who in life had extremely powerful spirit sense or a deep connection with the person, but even they shouldn't be able to completely take over a person they possess. And even if they could, it'd only be enough to pressure them to choose certain behaviors that wouldn't be unusual for them to do on their own to begin with. But if that's the case, wouldn't you not know if you were choosing that behavior of your own will or not? Hence why there are lots of cases where people don't even realize they're possessed. Though the spirit may influence the behavior and memories of the host, the deeper their connection in life, the easier it is for that to occur. I see. Getting possessed by a spirit is pretty complicated, huh? Must have been tough for you being possessed for so long, he told me. Whatever might happen to me doesn't make any difference. Me being able to see spirits and stuff has nothing to do with how things end up like this. Yeah, it's not like being able to see them is your fault either. Same goes for me. Maybe it's just something we have to live with. I think you have a knack for it yourself, Yako. I bet you could see them too with a little training. I think I may pass. So that's why you do the job you do, huh, Mio? I thought she was a weirdo when she showed up all of a sudden saying she was going to exercise me. I was like, I don't even know what that means. I already do a mile a day. If you hadn't said anything, I probably would have knocked your lights out. You tried to perform an exorcism on her without telling her anything. This face, like, oh, yeah, that kind of happened. A little bit. You see, in my experience, most people don't understand no matter how much I explain. They only accept my explanation after they see the results. What they don't know won't hurt them. Huh, I guess that makes sense. Did you hear about Mr. Jinochi? Heard about it. I've known about it since last night. I saw that asshole bite it on the school grounds myself. What, you saw it happen? Tell us about it. What happened exactly? Don't really know myself. It was pitch black. What I can tell you. It was almost dawn, probably around 3. He started freaking out all of a sudden, ran out on the ground like someone was chasing him, then screamed. Ah, somebody help me! Forgive me, Michio. Gotta get back to work. Have a good day at work, my friend. Be safe, be careful on your way to and from. Don't let the assholes come at you. Or something like that while he was running around. Michio? You mentioned Michio? Was there anyone else on the grounds? It was too dark to see from where I was. But for just a second I think I saw a girl in a school uniform with her hair in braids. Oh. I didn't go out to make sure, so it could have been nothing for all I know. Then I heard him begging for his life like I was wrong and I'll do anything. Then all of a sudden, his arms and legs snapped even though he was just standing there. Oh God, his bonitis. His arms and legs broke without anything being done to him. He fell over and quit moving, so I thought I'd better get out of there. Then he croaked. That's all I saw. I see. But from what you told us, it almost sounds like Michio's ghost chased down Mr. Janochi and killed him. Hell, if I know anything about that, I'm just telling you what I heard him say. He told me last night, before you witnessed Mr. Janochi collapse. Can I ask what he and you were doing in the classroom? You gonna tell the cops? Oh, right. With everything that happened to Mr. Janochi. They'll suspect you if we told them we saw you with him that night. Anytime something happens with someone like me, all those shitty adults start jumping to conclusions. I understand, I won't tell them. You wouldn't have been able to kill him anyway. You don't know. She could be fucking lying. Oh yeah, she fucking did the ellipses. If you say so, then I won't mind telling you about it. So last night, that piece of shit Janochi called me over here, acting like he was gonna attack me or something. What? How terrible. Whatever, I'm glad he's dead. He had it coming. Calling people worthless and cancer on society when he doesn't know shit about them. That asshole was the one who always acting like scum if you ask me. Is that so? Could you tell us in more detail why he called you out in the middle of the night? I was like 1 a.m. It's hard to explain where to start. Well, it's hard to explain where to start. Okay. What did you mean by Mr. Janochi acting like scum? Was he doing something bad? You know Michio Shiraishi, right? The girl who killed herself. Michio? I don't know everything, but that creep of a teacher had some dirt on her. And he was using it to blackmail, call up after school, make her do whatever he wanted. What? What do you mean when you say whatever he wanted? I'll leave it to your imagination. Nothing that a couple of model students like you would ever get involved in. No way, that's... How? What do you mean by dirt? Actual dirt? Oh. I don't know anything about this. How could I have not known about this? Yako, I know how you feel, but try to calm down. You got guts acting like you were a friend. Janochi really did a number on both Michio's body and soul. She probably felt she couldn't tell anyone, like she had to suffer alone. No, how terrible. You tell me, how do you know about this? I just happened to walk in on it. I know the spots around school people go to when they want to stay out of sight. He ran off in a panic when I yelled at him asking what he was doing. Walked in on it. I couldn't just leave her alone, looking like she was about to cry, so I stuck around for a bit. She told me everything that happened in whispers. She probably figured I wasn't the type to spread that stuff around. But she never asked for my help. She told me that she was fine and keep it a secret. Michio, why? She probably thought she had just had to grit her teeth till it was through. She was naive. I tried to tell her that if you give guys like that an inch, they'll take a mile. She kept saying about how it was a punishment. She was soft. No. Of course, Janochi didn't change. He kept on doing what he was doing. I don't understand either of them. That's as much as I was involved. And then she killed herself. Nothing I can do about it now. He told me, if you knew about it, then why didn't you? You trying to say it's my fault? She told me not to say anything. She told me she was fine. So what the hell more responsibility do I have other than what I already did? Yako, there's no point blaming Tomi. Michio, why? Damn. Did you hear what this dirt was? Nope, never heard what it was. But from the sound of it, he'd been blackmailing her since about a year ago. For that long? The dick probably caught her doing something she shouldn't have been doing. She looked well behaved, but there's more to a person than meets the eye, you know? There must have been some reason. Dunno, got nothing to do with me. Okay. Did you tell that story to the police? Nope, I ain't gonna. Can't count on them for shit. Not like they believe such an insane story anyways. There must be at least one person the police worth trusting, right? Yeah, I guess. There was this one cop who always got on my case about stuff. But he died just the other day. Oh, he did? I'm sorry to hear that. Everyone who gets involved with me ends up dead. Maybe I really am cursed. Pisses me off. You got it all wrong. The spirit that possessed you wasn't that kind of spirit. Huh? It wasn't? Yeah, this was just an unfortunate coincidence. No, I'm sure that it was hard enough for you. That's all I really know about that asshole's death. Hey, Mio, I've been thinking something. The way she described it reminded me of something. The way Mr. Janochi died. Sound like how Michio died. Of course, I didn't see him myself, but the state Michio's body was in, it was like she had fallen from high up. Could they have been killed by the same curse? I don't think so. The curses of the Seven Mysteries hadn't manifested when she died. And if we can trust what the spirit board said, then Michio died on an accident. Oh, right. What you described does sound like Michio killed Mr. Janochi. She did have a reason to hate him after all. No way, you mean that really was a ghost? Like for real? Those who die bearing strong resentment or regret can occasionally become spirits either bound to a place or roaming freely. However, it'd usually be impossible for them to kill the living. Most don't have that kind of power. But it's possible that they could possess someone close to them to act on those lingering regrets. I mean, the only other person that was in the area was you and the man, the janitor. Huh, what if that's what happened? Alright then, supposing what the spirit board said is true and Michio's death was an accident, then she must have had some regrets. She really hadn't given up on living, that is. I don't think she was the kind of girl who would just give up no matter what the situation. I don't really know, but she didn't seem like she had something tormenting her so much that she'd kill herself. She didn't seem like she had something tormenting her so much that she'd kill herself. She was being raped. I don't know. For a year. So last night, how did it start? Right. Remember that nosy cop I mentioned who was always on my case? He died at the former Yasta Gardens a couple days ago. Yoshimi was his name. He was part of juvenile division. He didn't look like a cop at all. Real rough guy. Good at looking out for folks. So he was the only one I could talk to. So there was someone like that with the police. Too bad he ended up dying. Oh, another thing. One time he suddenly introduced his fiancée to me. It was hilarious seeing a big guy like that act a little shy, like a shy little kid all of a sudden. She told me that she was like me when she was my age and that she was on my side. It must have been a terrible loss for her too. Yeah, I do feel a little bad for her when I think about how sad she must be. And I saw him at the gardens the night he died. Huh. I don't know. Are you a red herring? Whenever I would get worked up over something, Yoshimi always took me straight to that park. And then he'd listen to whatever I was pissed off about. That day he called me over like usual, but something seemed off about him, like he was worried about something. Worried about something? Yeah, he asked me for a favor too. That's pretty unusual. Favor? What kind of favor? He handed me a weird talisman and asked me to hold on to it for him. A talisman? Yeah, just a normal good luck charm. I figured that if that's it, then sure, I'll take it. I have it with me now. But that wasn't all. Then he told me that he wanted me to look for a talisman Michio Shirishi had that looked like this one. Michio? What does she have to do with this? Yoshimi had been meeting up and talking with her. While they were together, he noticed that she had a special talisman or something. But apparently Michio always avoided the subject. The talisman that Michio had. He knew that I knew her, so that's why he asked me. He said, could there have been something that Michio couldn't even tell even the police about? I know things at home were a little complicated. From what I heard, Michio was keeping her mouth shut about what Jinochi was doing to her. I'd talk with the cops when someone's got dirt on you. And I didn't squeal on anything about Michio either. Michio, what is it that had such a strong grip on you? So basically, Yoshimi didn't just have his eye on Michio, but a talisman too. But after she died, he didn't know where it ended up. So since I knew her from school, he wanted me to look into it for him. Is there something special about the two talismans? I wonder why he gave it to you. Hell if I know. When I looked inside it, there's just this weird kind of grimy scrap of wood. So you've seen inside it. But from the way he was acting, it seemed important to him somehow. But to be honest, what he was asking is such a pain in the ass, I figured he'd be serious about it. Oh, and since he died right after that. Yeah, he even said to me, if anything happens to me, take those two talismans. Give them to a guy named Nakagoshi at the police department. Knowing what I know now, he probably felt that something was going to happen to him. Nakagoshi. Do you know him, Mio? No, I've just heard the name, I think. So there really is a Nakagoshi. That's a relief, at least. Anyway, I didn't feel right about it, just ignoring a dead guy's last request. You tell me. Yeah. That talisman. Would you mind if I had a look at it? Sorry, but I don't trust you all that much yet. It's important to me. Oh, okay. I exorcised a ghost out of you. So, last night you were looking at the talisman Michio had. Yeah. And I figured that piece of garbage teacher would know the most about Michio. I asked him yesterday afternoon if he knew anything about her talisman. He gave me some cryptic response like, I can't talk about it now, come to the school tonight. He even gave me the code to the lock on the back entrance. He seemed pretty willing to give it out, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's used it for secret meetings before. I can only imagine. We climbed over the front gate to get in. So yeah, we met up in the classroom in the middle of the night. Nothing he said made any sense. Like that I was really Michio and stuff like that. He went on and on about how it was my fault and that if only I had been around or something. He grabbed a hold of me, breathing heavily. Were you okay? Yeah, that's right, when you two showed up. I was able to get away while Jinochi was freaking out. Oh my gosh, good thing you got away. So it's really all thanks to you two that I got away. But I didn't get any info about the talisman, so the whole thing was sort of a bust. Afterward, I was wondering what you two were up to, so I hid nearby. And I saw you and old man Ashimiya talking. Then Mio showed up. Oh, you did? That's also why I saw Jinochi come back outside and bite it. So you were only here to look for Michio's talisman. And that's all I know. Happy? I still gotta look for the talisman. Sure, thank you, Hitomi. Oh, if you two find out anything about Michio's talisman, I'll be sure to let you know. Thanks. Now, can we get your contact info? Where can we normally find you? Right, I'm not at home most of the time. Usually I'm at a friend's place. His phone number. Thanks, we'll call her if we need to talk with you. And, what is it? You're easier to talk to than I imagined. I was kind of scared at first, but not anymore. Shut up. You were the one avoiding me. Anyway, catch you later. Don't die out there, okay? Thanks, we'll be careful. Hitomi's a sweetheart. Alright then. We got a lot of new information. Sounds like Mr. Genochi was killed by a curse, just as we thought. Which means there was a curse bearer at the school. Multiple, in fact. Multiple? You think so? Yes, the curse echo we experienced in the school and the one that killed Mr. Genochi seem to be different. People in the school at the time other than us were Mr. Genochi, Hitomi, and Old Man Ashimiya, who you ran into. Also, Shiraishi. I was thinking it would be among them, but there was one more person Hitomi saw, a girl in a school uniform with braids. From what Hitomi was saying, it doesn't seem like she's a one. Mr. Genochi is pretty suspicious, though. If he were a curse bearer, it would certainly explain why he was killed. Right. That's why I say there are multiple. Alright, the person who killed Mr. Genochi would have to be one too. Which means it must either be Mysterious Girl or Old Man Ashimiya. Yeah, we should certainly be careful of that. That said, the Mysterious Girl and the fact that Mr. Genochi thought it was Michio that was attacking him has me wondering. Of course, I doubt Michio herself was actually there, but... Oh, I just remembered. I also saw Mr. Araishi outside the main gate last night. You did? It's likely he's involved with the curses, given that he's the one doing research on the rite of resurrection. I think at this point, his curse stone has been taken by Susumi, so he is neutered. So I'll have to be careful of Old Man Ashimiya and Mr. Araishi. I want to believe that not all curse bearers will be hostile, but... As for what to do now, I'd like to find who is responsible for the Feast of Shadows that set this off and how they did it. I don't think we'd be able to end this without stopping it at its source. Huh? Well, that makes sense. In which case, next we should do what exactly? We'll need to talk with Mr. Araishi. He definitely knows something. It should be safer during the day, so I think we should try to look for him. Got it. I'll help in any way I can. But the school's closed. I wonder where he could be. Let's try heading someplace someone may know where he is. Where to go then? Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's go to the bridge. Why not? It's the first spot. Then we'll make our way north. We're dead. And so, Miyukur, Suzu, and Yako Sakazaki decided on their next location to investigate. Oh. Wait, does it matter? I guess not. I guess we just choose. Then we can go... I assume we can go to Ryugoku Bridge, and they'll be there, which will be nice. Will be pretty cool. Hajime Yoshimi's death, Nejima's threat of mass murder, the problems just pile up, putting the detective's goal of collecting all the curse stones in jeopardy. Susumi leaves area to handle the investigation while he catches a quick break. Chinchibori Park. I was going to ask if the body's still there. Sorry for the wait, boss, but I managed to gather some information. Took you long enough. I can't do a 360. Let's do a think. Well, we got ourselves quite the mess. Strange deaths popping up all over the place that may or may not have something to do with the curses. We also need to keep looking into Yoshimi and Nejima. For now, we'd better start following up on the few leads we've got. Guess we better see what areas found out. He's been up all night gathering information. Must be nice to be young and have that kind of energy, but I'm glad to have him on my side. Give me a chance to rest up. Talk. Things at the station were pretty hectic, but I managed to get some info. Let me fill you in. Thanks. The floor is yours. Let's hear about Nejima. HQ has mobilized a search unit for Nejima, but so far we haven't received any word. Guessing he wasn't at home or at work. About that, apparently he vacated his last known address a week ago, of course. You serious? So we have no idea where he lives? It gets worse. I checked in with the factory he was working at. They told me he was only there for a month before he quit. Hold on a sec. You're telling me nobody caught that? Well, I had the same thought, so I spoke to his probation officer. Turns out he'd been doing house visits and interviews, but never bothered checking in on his workplace. Why? He also said he had lost track of Nejima when he moved to a new place. Huh. He's just not a good probation officer. I've heard that they're giving parole to just about anyone these days because they're running out of room in the prisons. Which also means there aren't enough probation officers to go around. He's probably overworked. So Nejima got to fuck about unsupervised. God damn it. That asshole is annoyingly good at faking remorse, or insanity, whatever the situation calls for. Back when I arrested him all those years ago, just talking to him left a bad taste in my mouth. He's probably hiding under a false name, which will make it hard for him to track him down. That'll explain why he so brazenly made contact. That asshole, he's mocking us. Well, for now, the paperwork to circulate his name and mugshot is being filed. That's going to take way too long. We only have until dusk. Speaking of Nejima, did you manage to reach your daughter? It'd be best to put her into protective custody as soon as possible. Not yet, I can't reach her. They called, but she's not picking up. Wasn't home when they went to the house either. That's not good. Does that mean she never came home? And why weren't you the one trying to reach her? Shut up. I don't have her contact info, alright? Damn, she really doesn't trust you, huh? Either way, I told her mother that it was an emergency and that we'd send another officer to find her, get her to safety. She was real reluctant, but I got her to agree. Guess that explains why you got divorced. But if you, her former father, can't find her, how the hell did Nejima do it? Former. That cuts deep. Sorry, it just kind of slipped out. Good job, Ario. Anyway, I suspect it has something to do with his curse echo. Back on topic already, huh? He said his curse could kill a lot of people in short time. It may even allow him to act from a distance. The one-sided read. What was that story about again? Something about a man stalking a woman who goes insane and chops her up. Oh, right. One of the more gruesome of the 7 mysteries. As for Nejima's whereabouts, all we can do is throw more people at it until we find something. I'll check in with HQ frequently to see if they've got any updates. I asked around Sumida's Community Safety Bureau, where Yoshimi was stationed. Seemed like he was investigating the apparent suicide of a girl named Michio Shiraishi. Yeah, I heard about that. He was trying to determine whether it was really a suicide, looking into the height of the building, the force of the impact, or wounds, all that. He must have suspected some kind of foul play, because he ordered a full investigation. But it had already been deemed a suicide, and his superiors told him not to go stirring things up. What was the evidence? Well, according to the report I found on his desk last night, the body was found at the foot of the building, away from the road. There was no evidence of vehicular collision, so it was ruled a suicide, but he thought there was more to it. Yes, a truck or other flat-faced vehicle traveling at high speeds could have inflicted similar damage. In other words, sometimes a traffic accident can look an awful lot like a fall. So there's a chance that it wasn't a suicide. But what a terrible way to go. What a shame. There were no brake marks on the road, meaning it would have been a hit and run. The vehicle would have hit her without slowing down at all. It's turning into quite the grisly case. But the vehicle couldn't have come out from a collision like that unscathed. Exactly, so I asked the Traffic Bureau to keep an eye out for any vehicles with frontal damage. But I haven't heard back from them yet. I don't think they're looking very hard. So we've got no proof. That said, if it was a traffic accident rather than a suicide, it's possible that someone silenced Yoshimi because he was on the verge of discovering the truth. That's true. You think the driver is the one who did him in? Not quite. Yoshimi had already talked to forensics and the Traffic Bureau, right? His death wouldn't have covered things up. You're right on that. Even if the suicide was a cover-up for a hit and run, it doesn't seem like enough reason to kill a cop. Oh, that's right. Unrelated, but I got something else too. I managed to get a hold of Michio Shiraishi's address. Yoshimi went there over the course of his investigation. Might be a good idea for us to drop by too. Good thinking. Hopefully that'll give us some more leads. Alright, let's move on to the next topic. Hajime Yoshimi. Remember the girl Yoshimi met the day he died? one Hitomi Okuda. Community Safety didn't have any contact information for her on hand, not even an address. Well, they had her parents' information, but when I called, they said they hadn't heard from her in a month. Lots of family issues from the sound of it. They even said they didn't want anything to do with her anymore. Damn, she's like fucking 16 or something. That said, she still goes to school once in a while, so we might be able to find her there. Not sure we really have the time for a stakeout right now, but she could be a key witness. Can we have Community Safety track her down for us? We can ask, but it might be tricky to get it done today. For starters, Komagata High School is closed today. Really? Was there more to it? You could say that. I'll explain more later. Alright, but there's not something we can do today. We may have to forget about it. Let's move on then. We got some information about Yoshimi's fiancée from Community Safety. Her name is Mayu Chozawa. 27 years old, she works as a beautician in the area. Look, I even managed to get a picture of her. She sure is a beauty. But... oh boy, here it comes. But what? Community Safety hasn't been able to contact her since Yoshimi died, not by phone or at her house. In other words, no response, dead silence. There it is. Can't things just be easy for once? Oh, hey, you're the one on the box art. As a beautician and the fiancé of Hajime Yoshimi, a police officer with the Sumida Police Department, Mayu's current whereabouts remain unknown. It's definitely starting to look suspect. A crime of passion, perhaps? It is fairly common for people to be killed by a lover or a spouse. But Yoshimi was well liked, and they'd been together for over 10 years. You never know. Things could be different behind the closed doors. I guess. We'll have to consider the opposite scenario, too. Could be that the same person who was out for Yoshimi is after his fiancée as well. She could be in danger. You're right. Either way, she's important to the case. HE already has people looking for her. We'll know as soon as she's found. And serial killings. A total of 3 mysterious deaths were confirmed in the area, including the one in this park. So let's start with that one. The young man we found here. He's been identified as Shogo Okie, 25 years old, a regular old office worker who worked around here. He died of asphyxiation due to water in the lungs. He drowned. He drowned in the middle of a park? That's not possible. It's got to be a curse we're dealing with here. About that, boss. Isn't this park associated with one of the 7 mysteries, too? The Whispering Canal. That's right, the Whispering Canal. It does seem like there'd be a link between a canal and death by drowning, don't you think? Sharp thinking, Ariel. You're starting to get the hang of this. So, let's assume they're related. What's next? Before that, the body of a woman was found behind a residential complex in Kamezawa. The victim has been identified as Tawako Hayashi, 29 years old. She was an office worker who lived on her own in the area. Huh. As for the cause of death, well, yes. The entirety of her body was crushed by some kind of strong external force. She got stomped on? No murder weapon was discovered in the area, but considering the way she was found, we're looking for something large, flat, and heavy that could have crushed her in one fell swoop. Hang on, are you saying she was stepped on? Exactly. Crushing is the foot-washing mansion's modus operandi. I think we have... yeah, we have that one. I think. The place the body was discovered is also known to be related to the 7 mysteries. And is this Namagaki's doing? Shit! I knew he'd use it. Judging by the amount of soul dregs, the victim was just a regular person, not a curse bearer. Guess we should report this to Paranormal Affairs. Got it! And as for the third victim, he was identified as Kohei Janochi, 32, a teacher at Komagata High. He was found in the school's courtyard. Cause of death appears to be external trauma from a fall or heavy blow. The impact crushed his arms and legs. Since he was found in the middle of a courtyard, he couldn't have fallen from the gymnasium or the main building. A teacher dying at school. And not just any school. Komagata houses one of the 7 mysteries. I think this is the Fool's Procession. I think. Now Komagata High School, yes. Of which Yako has. Right, it's where the Fool's Procession is supposed to be. It's too big of a coincidence. We can't rule out the possibility that this death was also the work of a curse. Yeah, so that's why the school's closed. That's right. I see. Either way, it seems all three victims can be tied to the seven mysteries. There's probably a curse bearer at the center of it all, pulling the strings. But you've got a point. All these strange deaths do point in one direction. That's right, and Hajime's case wasn't all that different either. He also died of mysterious causes in a place connected to the seven mysteries. Problem is that the timing doesn't match up. He died before the curses were activated. Could he have been hit by a different curse? One that didn't have anything to do with the seven mysteries? That's a thought, but if that were the case, we'd be dealing with a powerful practitioner, one who could pull off a curse like that without using a curse stone. There aren't many people in this day and age who can do something like that. But you're saying there's a possibility. And if you're mentioning it in a visual novel sense, in a story sense, guess what, guys? That's going to happen. I don't know too much about that stuff. I'd be more surprised if you did. Well, looking at these deaths, it seems like many of the curse bearers acted last night. Ugh, sorry. But we can't rule out that there were more killings from which the bodies haven't been found. Yikes, I hadn't thought of that. But there is one silver lining. Judging by my own curse stone, it seems like the curses can't be activated while the sun's out. Oh, that's great news. So, basically, we're safe during the daytime? Exactly, it's also likely why Nejima gave us till dusk. He must have known the curse stones couldn't be used during the day. Either way, we got till nightfall to settle this. This time we flushed out the other curse bearers. Aye aye, boss. Let's do this. Before that... Curse bearers. At the moment, we only know about the identity of 4 curse bearers, you included. Yutaro Namagaki had the foot-washing mansion, and Hideki Araishi had the ever-burning lantern, which we own now. And then there's Nejima, who claims he has the one-sided reed. Yeah, that about sums it up. Let's see it. Notes on known curse bearers. Yep. No, this is everything I know, too. So I don't know the Taiko Sugaru, or the Beckoning Light, or, well, I do know the Whispering Canal. Yeah, that's about right. Mockingbirds. Oh, right, I forgot. Need to look at a bottom shelf surrounded by darkness. Jackpot. Look up at the first house. I like how they give you all of these. We better figure out who the remaining 5 are quick. How should we go about looking for them? There's no point in searching blindly without a lead. Let's focus on other things for now. Tracking down Nejima may lead us to other curse bearers too. Either way, we should be able to. He should be our top priority. He could do some real damage if we don't get him. I also want to look at a little more into Yoshimi. I've got a feeling there's some connection there. Aye aye, boss. Sounds like we got our work cut out for us. And that's about it. Shall we continue our investigation? We can go to Komagata High to look into Hitomi Kakuda, or to Michio Shirishi's house to find out more about her. Well, I can't look for. I can't. Oh, found you. Can I just. Let's get this music though. How about we think? Gotta keep moving. Is there anything else? Nothing. Okay, good. Well, let's move. We're not going to be able to go to, Oh, we're done here. Ah. Huh. Fancy sushi and life can be tough. Throughout the night, Richter continues to gather information about the cursed stones while Haruhi lies awake until dawn, preoccupied by the prospect of bringing her lost child back to life. Alright, I'll be right back for a second. I'm going to change over my laundry and get a new drink. See you in a minute. Wow. And I can't believe it. Charles Martinet stepping down from Mario. I mean, I can believe it. Man's old. Let him rest. Get him out of there. Make a new Mario. Make a brand new Mario. Brand spanking new Mario. Hire Vinny Vine Sauce. Do it. What's up, Richter? Good morning, ma'am. How you feeling? Fine. I hope we can make good progress today. How's your curse stone looking? I haven't felt anything from it since sunrise. Interesting. It's possible that its powers can be only unleashed at night then. That aside, why are you so late this morning? There are unfortunately some things that can't be investigated while the world slumbers. But I did get some research done in what limited time I had. Very well. Very well. Let's talk. I already have the bird from here, I think. Unless they plopped a new one down. By the way, there's something I wanted to talk to you about. What's that? Our current plan is to steal a curse stone that's already absorbed the soul dregs, but I'm wondering if it would suffice to not steal, but instead negotiate with the curse bearer and have them use the right for our purposes. Oh? I mean, I suppose I would accomplish the same, but do you think it's possible? As long as we offer compensation, it may prove it much easier than you'd expect. Compensation? Cash, for instance. That wouldn't be off the table for a family as rich as Shigima's, would it? Of course, why, any amount would be fine if it'd get the job done. I won't let monetary matters lead me to regrets the way it did back with the ransom. Okay, with that option on the table, let's figure out our strategy. Do you have a curse bearer with whom we can negotiate in mind? Not yet, surprisingly. It seems the other curse bearers haven't been that proactive about collecting soul dregs. Did you see the news this morning? No. Overnight, 3 mysterious deaths were reported in this area. You've yet to announce the identities of the bodies found, but they've been nicknamed the Honjo serial killings. It's garnered quite some attention on the streets. Oh my. Only 3? That's what I thought. Even if the victims were curse bearers, just 1 or 2 wouldn't be enough soul dregs. And for what those curse stones are capable of, a mere 3 victims seems a little on the low side. With this little activity all through the night, the curse bearers must be a cautious bunch. What's holding them back? Are we not all after the power of resurrection? There may still be some undiscovered victims, but it doesn't seem like anyone has gathered enough soul dregs yet. We might have to set up some bait to spur them into action. And then we offer them the deal. None of the curse bearers seem very proactive. I wonder if this situation could be what the mastermind who kicked all off intended. Now that's an interesting theory. I think there's someone behind all this. You mentioned hearing an agonized voice telling you to kill when you first obtained the curse stone. That doesn't sound like a coincidence to me. Someone agitated the curses in this area on purpose, and they're likely after the rite of resurrection as well. So you're thinking this person is not one of the curse bearers. You've got a sharp mind, ma'am. Though it might seem obvious for the mastermind to become a curse bearer and collect soul dregs if they were after the rite, this would be very risky, since as a curse bearer they themselves become a target. So it would actually be more convenient for them if the curse bearers moved less aggressively. That's right, but despite that, they've been inciting the curse bearers to commit murders. Why? Let's consider this. What if the mastermind isn't trying to collect soul dregs for themselves? You mean their intention was also to steal souls while the other curse bearers compete with each other from the start? Sitting back and observing from the sidelines is a safer course of action, which is why I figured it best for us to attempt the same strategy. So how should we do it? There's still reason to suspect the mastermind could be a curse bearer themselves. To be honest, I want to keep my distance from whoever it is. There's no telling what kind of power they might possess. Whether our aims to negotiate or steal, we'll have to outpace the mastermind in making contact with the other curse bearers. How do you suppose we do so? At this point, all we can do is search. If there's a mastermind inciting the curse bearers to collect soul dregs, can we be sure there is a rite of resurrection? Good question. The ride could be nothing but a myth fabricated to spur the curse bearers into action. Think it might be for naught. Do you want to give up, ma'am? Never. Understood? After all, we'll never know the truth unless we see it for ourselves. But we'll do it without using the curses ourselves. By the way, I met a few people who seemed like potential curse bearers last night. I did some investigating into all of them. But I only managed to get detailed information on 2. You're quick, I suppose that's to be expected from an investigator extraordinaire. I appreciate the flattery. Do not JoJo pose. First, there's Ayome Tono, the girl we talked to before, though she isn't a curse bearer herself. She's a student attending T University of Art. She currently lives alone in an apartment near Midoricho Park. Even determined her address? You're not one to be underestimated, Mr. Investigator Extraordinaire. I called every single university with ukiyo-e in the curriculum, pretending to be her parent. I went around to check on her place on the way here. It doesn't seem like she returned home last night. I'm worried she might have run into some trouble. Any attempt to follow her last night? I'm embarrassed to say, but I couldn't. She shook me. I couldn't keep track of her. And here, I thought you were an investigator extraordinary. This is the third line, alright. Third line straight, not third straight, but Jesus, calm down. I'd like to learn more about her, but it would take some time. She's planning to steal the cursed stones just like us. It's best we act carefully around her. Next is a tall man who is dressed in black. I met him near Kinshicho. He stood out with the way he dressed. I managed to get some good information from him. Impressive. What can I say? He works as a secretary of Hihaku Soap's chairwoman. I believe his name is Takumi Yomioka. The Hihaku Soap's headquarters and factories are both located in Honjo, correct? Yes, they've been here for a while, but it's only in the past 10 years that the company has shown significant growth. I remember seeing the chairwoman on the news a few years back. She seems to be very shrewd. With the increase in sales, I assume she won her factories running at full capacity. With harsh restrictions against industrial waste, a lot of factories with older equipment had to be shut down. That's right. Even 10 years ago, there were many complaints about chemical plants dumping waste into the river. Most companies back then were more concerned about making a profit than protecting the environment. I wonder what a man working for such a company would have been up to in the middle of the night. On the way here, I stopped by the company's headquarters, but they didn't start for the day. I should have better luck later. Let's hope you will. It's always just some kind of like underhanded, just uppercut. Let's hope you will. Perhaps they're interested in seeing if their right would be beneficial for their product research into beauty and skincare. Ha! Now that's an interesting thought. I ran into one more suspicious young man last night. This one seemed to be out collecting soul drugs, right? Indeed, I couldn't get a good look at him, though, and I couldn't gather enough intel to properly identify him. Well, that's a shame. But I can make an educated guess. Oh? You know that researcher who discovered the ancient text on the Route of Resurrection? The one that lives near here? His name is Hideki Araishi, and the man I met was very similar in stature. Oh my, even he is involved. How awfully suspect. Considering his background, couldn't he be the one who initiated the whole affair? I think it's possible, yes. Which is why I decided to refrain from making contact with him for the time being, safety first. Understandable. Of course, I want to learn more, but this isn't the right time to focus on him. I've really ascertained who else is a curse bearer. First, I'll return to Hihaku Soaps to see that man in black. Their headquarters are down on South Warigesui Street. I learned something new about the criminal involved with the kidnapping. It concerns the serial killings. There was a body found at Komagata High School. The person was identified as a school teacher. His name was Kohei Jinochi. Do you think he was a curse bearer? Not sure. It's possible. But regardless, this means the 2 people who knew the truth about the kidnapping are both dead. Just when we were getting somewhere. It isn't enough to make me give up, of course. That's right. They were going to check out him. Still, we don't know anything about Michio Shiraishi's residence. It'd be wise to pay it a visit. Understood. In addition to the 3 victims associated with the Honjo serial killings, there's Michio Shiraishi, who reportedly committed suicide, and the police officer who died at the former Yasuda Gardens. If strange deaths continue occurring like so, they're bound to inspire strange rumors. But those last 2 have nothing to do with the 7 mysteries, no? It's true, both occurred a week before this accursed situation began. Still, it cannot be ruled out. It's possible that the mastermind was involved even with those killings. How? What if there were preliminary steps to awakening the 7 mysterious curses? Can't we really assume they're unrelated just because the timing doesn't match up? Or rather, the police officer's death is so baffling that it would be easier if it were connected to these curses. The victim wasn't the type to be caught off guard easy. You seem to know a lot about this. I suppose we weren't strangers. My personal feelings might be wrapped up in this one too. I see. If you were to investigate this matter more, you might get a lead on the mastermind. You're right. If we wish to focus on the mastermind's identity, this would be a fine starting point. We might even discover more deaths related to the curses on the way. We should pay attention to today's news. Well, that's all I have to report. Shall we continue with our investigation? What do you want to do? You still can't use the curse stone. Taking a walk should be a fine place to start. Right, let's go together. I want to see what's going on for myself. In that case, I'll trust you to decide on where we should go, ma'am. Alright. Go to Midoricho Park, Origuesui Street, and Komagata High. Let's start at Midoricho. Where here is Midoricho Park. Ayame Tono lives around here. She wasn't in her apartment when I dropped by this morning. I wonder if it's worth checking out again. Is there a birdie? No. It seems picking up Ayame's shrills out of the question for now. Why did we even come here? Because I wanted to. Damn it. Yaku Soap's headquarters are on the south side of South Varigesui Street. They were closed when I visited this morning, but it appears things are up and running now. So an influential person at Hiyaku Soaps is potentially a curse bearer. Rich proposed we use money to negotiate the curse stones, but we could hardly outbid a large corporation if it came down to it. I think a small soap making company could grow so much in such a short time. They have factories and warehouses throughout the area now. You can see why director and now chairwoman Natsuo Yamamori is called the Queen. The Queen! Oh no. Oh. Old. The witch. You mentioned that Takumi works as a secretary? That's correct. Do you think it's possible he's acting on our orders? That's exactly my thinking. A curse bearer with both money and power could certainly look at the resurrection as their next prize. Negotiating with a person of that stature may prove difficult. First, I need to confirm whether Takumi is the man I ran into last night. Then I'll be able to determine if he's a curse bearer. I'll be better if I go inside the headquarters alone. You should walk around, visit cafes for some tea, perhaps? Weird. Here we are at Ground Zero, Komagata High School. I guess it's logical that the police got this place shut down. The teacher's body was found here after all. It's as if the students have nowhere to go now that the school's closed. This place is said to be connected with the story of the Fool's Procession. I wouldn't be surprised if the curse bearer decided to turn up. However, I need to find out if that teacher was a curse bearer or not. I expect the police to be baffled, since they don't know about the curses. I'd ask around and see what the students have to say. Alright, I'll go ask students about Michio. I'm back, ma'am. So what'd you learn? That school kids sure love a good rumor. I was practically drowning in stories about Mr. Janochi and Michio, most of which seemed dubious at best. Not surprising. Most of what I heard was hardly worth a second thought, but there was one story that caught my attention. Some believe that Michio was the one who killed Mr. Janochi. Damn, that was quick. The story's got two pieces of evidence to back it up. One of them wasn't news to me. Apparently he's been mumbling that Michio was going to kill him for some days now. A fellow teacher overheard this mumbling and told the students. Then it spread like wildfire, I suppose. Or was that juicy didn't stay a secret for long? As for the other piece of evidence, a pig-tailed girl in her school uniform was seen around school last night. Go on. Although numerous people claim to have seen the girl, not one of them saw her face. Some are proposing it was Michio brought back to life, or that it was her vengeful spirit. But it's not like Michio is the only high school girl to wear pigtails. This rumor might have been made up just to fan the flames. What if it were true? I would want to get a hold of her in order to hear her side of the kidnapping. If she's alive, that'd be ideal. There's still one more thing I should mention. I discovered where Michio lived. A student had a list of student addresses on hand. That's an amazing find. I believe all the students actually have a copy of said list. It truly worries me how easy it was to obtain what should be confidential information. Man. Reflect on the real world, why don't you? Imagine what would happen if that information got into the wrong hands. Well, so far it hasn't, no. Sure, let's hope it stays that way. In the meantime, it's now possible for us to visit Michio Shiraishi's house. It is now possible to continue. How'd it go? I went to visit Michio Shiraishi's family home, however. No one seemed to be there. I got no answer at the door and all lights were out. It seems to have been empty for a while now. There was a stack of newspapers out front. Well, social connections run deep in working class areas like this place, so I decided to talk to locals. I met a few nice old ladies who were kind enough to give me the scoop. Turns out the Shiraishi's reputation really went down the dumps this past year. Is that so? I'll give you the quick summary. They moved here about 3 years ago. Their previous residence was in a better part of town. Michio's father died in a car accident, leaving behind just the two of them. Michio's mom, Toshiko, now a single mother, relocated here. At first, they got along with their neighbors, many of which were in similar situations, helping and being helped in turn. So far, so good. What happened? Well, as I said, their reputation began to go downhill about a year ago. A man recognized as Toshiko's common-law husband had moved into the household. His name was apparently Kankichiro Iwai. Neighborhood gossip is something else. Somehow everyone knew his name. Sort of this Iwai character. He was apparently a vulgar fellow with a criminal record. He was prone to violent outbursts. The neighbors often heard screams and shouting coming from the home. The neighbors took particular notice of Toshiko's screams, pleading with them not to hit Michio. That's terrible. As if that wasn't unsettling enough, every night the neighbors also began to hear an eerie chanting. Through this, Shiraishi's standing in the neighborhood plummeted rapidly. Toshiko was often seen covered in bruises and wounds. She stopped responding to her neighbors. She would just turn the other way when greeted. They kept their storm shutters closed even during the day and effectively shut themselves away from the entire community. That sounds horrible. Why didn't the police step in and do something? Unfortunately, under our current laws, the police aren't allowed to get involved with domestic disputes. Huh? Okay. That's awful. And then Michio reportedly killed herself. Things only got worse with Iwai, and Toshiko was admitted to the hospital for physical and mental abuse. Ever since, Iwai hasn't returned to home. Many locals expressed sympathy for Michio's circumstances, but as many were fed up with Shiraishi's entirely, it seemed relieved that things finally quieted down again. Seems that they were still considered outsiders even after 3 years of living here. I don't understand it. Why would Toshiko have gotten involved with such a brutish good-for-nothing in the first place? I've heard many stories where one partner's personality does a complete turn after entering a relationship. After her first husband's death, Toshiko's financial situation had also taken a turn for the worse. She was determined to send her daughter to a good high school. It's possible she fell victim to her sweet promises. Life can be tough, I suppose. You don't seem moved by the story, ma'am. That's fine. People have all kinds of stories. Collect all information on persons of interest. Wow, that was... Really? Oh, God, he's ugly. Damn. Oh, I forgot the thumb was here. Oh, God. But I didn't complete all of the information and the persons of interest. I don't know the curse echoes. Interesting. But the Shiraishi certainly hadn't looked out with theirs, bringing such a violent man into it. The Shiraishis were dealt a tough hand. I can't imagine what it was like. Could it be the girl was forced by her circumstances to take part in the kidnapping? It's a bit quieter over here. It is a residential area after all. All these rundown row houses really scream working class, don't they? Yeah. I guess we're done here. Is there a bird? There has to be a bird, right? Really, no bird. Ah, back here again, huh? We won't get much done standing around here. Why don't I go and check out Ayame's apartment? You don't mean to speak with her, do you? No, I prefer to get an idea of what she's been up to. I'd like to see whether she's been home or not, just to potentially get a trace on her new movements. Then be my guest. Okay, shouldn't be long. I'm back. So, nothing? I'm afraid so. She still hasn't returned. However, I've noticed a few people who seem to be related to the police force keeping watch on the area. I don't know if they got eyes on her apartment, but they do appear to be watching the building it's in. Interesting. You've got a sharp eye to have noticed them despite them being so covert. What can I say? It's part of the job. However, it meant I had to refrain from knocking on her door or looking through her windows. I wasn't able to check her electric meter or mailbox either, unfortunately. You're planning to go that far? I'm a detective, man. That's what I do. He's connected with the story of Taiko of Sugaru. Not only that, Katsushika Hokusai's home was also in this area. That might be why Ayame chose to live here. Fucking weirdo. Being obsessed? Absolutely obsessed. Is there a bird here? There's gotta be. Aha! You found haiku! It's a rare one, is it? What a waste of time. Rude. Rude! It'll be better if I go inside the headquarters alone. Yeah? Okay, there we go. Just had to click on the building for some reason. Didn't have to do that for the other two. Sorry to keep you waiting. How'd it go? I'll fast forward to the conclusion. I met with Takumi. There's no doubt he's the same man I saw last night, but it does seem like he's a curse bearer. But that doesn't mean he has no connections to recent curses. He knew about the 7 mysteries. Even guessed we have a curse stone of our own. Excuse me. I tried to approach Takumi about a fallen item after I ran into him last night. However, You said your name was Richter, correct? I have a favor I'd like to ask of you. I'm hoping you would hand over the curse stone in your possession. Curse stone? What are you on about? There's no need to play dumb with me. In fact, there's no time for it. I had all the same reason you did to think you were a curse bearer last night. And your arrival here only confirms it. You are a curse bearer, no? You're right. We lack time. I'll confess, I am a curse bearer. I possess the curse stone of the Haunted Clappers. I'm glad to hear the truth. Finally, this conversation is worthwhile. It is a dangerous item you hold. Give it to me. My company will take the responsibility to dispose of it. I didn't know the soap business specialized in scrubbing curses clean. It is the prerogative of Miss Yamamori. Is that so? Assuming you've obtained the curse, you understand the power it involves, no? Miss Yamamori possesses supernatural powers akin to those of a god. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay. We're not opening this can of worms here, no. She also has a deep love for this land, having transformed it from the pile of dirt it once was to the home of our headquarters. She cannot stomach the fact that it's now the site of these curses run rampant. So you're telling me the Queen of Hihaku is a real-life witch? She wouldn't appreciate being called that, mind you. There's a sorcerer by the name of Suigen Gamyodo, who's gallantly working behind the scenes, exercising spirits and the like. We're doing this one again, huh? Go on. That being so, there have already been instances of the dead coming back to life. Do you understand the urgency of this matter? These are curses we're speaking of. Tools or witched by wicked beings to possess people. The rite of resurrection is nothing but a fabrication meant to seduce the curse bearers into unspeakable action. If you truly understand what I'm talking about, you must hand over the curse stone at once. Very interesting. With that said, just how many curse stones have you acquired so far? If what you tell me is true, surely the company would have launched a large-scale search by now. We have 6, liar. 6? Whoa, I can rest at ease then. And here I thought Will was at risk of being cursed. It seems we are on the same page. If that is the case, you should hand over your curse stone immediately. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it's not actually in my possession at the moment. Considering its importance, I've been keeping it in hiding. Really now? Then I'll accompany you while you retrieve it. I'm sorry, but I've got something important to attend to, but I promise I'll return with it later. Very well. Then you won't refuse to provide your address and telephone number, I presume. How prudent of you. I'll oblige. And that's how it went. So they aren't after the right after all. I wouldn't be so quick to trust him. No. I believe we're dealing with a master in deception. He may well have made up a story to convince us to part ways with our stone. I think he was lying about having procured 6 curse stones as well. Like, really? 6? That's excessive. Well, now I feel gullible. The company is plotting something. I wonder what they mean to do with the curse stones. He seemed rather desperate to get a hold of ours, despite us not having collected any soul dregs. Perhaps the people of Hihaku were the masterminds behind the curses being unleashed. Because the chairwoman's a witch? I wonder about that too. If she really were that powerful, would her secretary have divulged that information so casually? Takumi was either making it up as he went, or he's trying to spread a rumor. For what purpose would he do that? Recently, people have been caught up about the occult more than ever before. If word spreads that Hikaku's chairwoman has godlike powers, she could very well benefit socially and politically from that mystique. That's unsettling. Don't worry, I don't think Nyarlathotep is going to come in and say, yeah, she's a god now. The rumors came true. Ha ha ha. By the way, there's one more thing of interest I heard while in the company's reception lobby. What's that? People were discussing whether one of the bodies found this morning was that of a Hikaku employee. Really? So as long as the officials haven't revealed the identity, it all amounts to no more than speculation, though. Despite that, I have a reason to believe Hiago Soaps is deeply involved with Seven Mysteries. At the very least, I can assure you, I've gathered that much. The more we know, the better our negotiations will go. Let me find the bird. Oh, you would think that they'd put the bird over here, like somewhere, like on here or something. No bird here, as far as I can tell. Alright. Back to the school, I guess. I can imagine the students are uneasy after learning of the murder. It may do them well to stay home for some time, if not for fear of their safety. The police are probably too wrapped up in solving the case to be concerned about the students' mental health. I can see that. I expect criminals grow more cunning as time passes. There may be times where the authorities can't keep up. That's where outlaws such as myself come in. What's this about? Actually, just forget I said anything. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good. What is this? Gates. Prohibited. Well, there's got to be a bird over here. There's got to be. There's got to be a bird. Right. Guess not. You're checked, you're checked, you're checked. I'm probably checked. I think this is also all checked off. You don't do that every time. Oh. Oh, so you came here too. What is it? Hey, it's the boys. Could you repeat what you know one more time for me, Richter? It's the boys. Let's go. Oh. And then we have here. Interesting. I think what I'll do is I'll finish this block and then end stream. I think that'll be a good stopping point. With dusk fast approaching, they have no time to waste. With that in mind, Sasumi and Area direct their investigation toward Komagata High School and the Shiraishi residence. This one, like, the note progression kind of, like, had me going into the jazz version of one of the Ace Attorney songs. It was, I can't remember the song name. But God, this is a banger. Here we are, Komagata High. Classes are suspended for the day, so the students are just kind of wandering around aimlessly. Ideally, we could talk to someone who was involved in the incident. Easier said than done, though. School gate will stay locked while forensics inspects the scene of the incident. Looks like they're still busy. Let's talk to the person in charge later. Yeah, my voice is starting to leave. News the dead teacher has also attracted a fair share of rubberneckers. You can't say that. The atmosphere is kind of tense with this many cops around. Is there something on my shirt? Don't tell me I stink, you do. Smelly, 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 smelly Jin. Smelly, smelly boy. This place isn't only connected to the case because the students were under Yoshimi's jurisdiction. It's also the site of the Fool's procession and, of course, where that teacher was killed. Seems like a likely place to find some clues, don't you think? Alright, speaking of schools, what is it? You said Paranormal Affairs can't help us right now, so why don't we go get that psychic high schooler you mentioned to help us? Oh. I'll have the people involved in this case lead back to the school anyway, so it might make things easier to have them with us. For a guy who questioned me on the illegality of working with them, you sure seem eager to exploit underage labor. Hey, who said anything about exploiting them? I just want to give our young experts the opportunity to shine. When did you become such a smooth talker? Anyway, I'm afraid I don't know where they are. Oh, I see. I wonder if there's anyone who could help us stick out the area. I wonder if the... Oh, okay. Perfectly reasonable time for students to be at school, and yet, I doubt this will be that simple. I think we're done. If he's not doing anything. It seems like Michio's house is at the end of this road. We don't want to intimidate them, so maybe I should go alone. Rude? Sir. Really crammed together in this narrow alleyways. Strangers like us walking through definitely stand out. Really feels like old Tokyo. Old Tokyo. It's quiet. This place is normally pretty lively, full of people coming and going, but it seems like everyone's decided to stay inside because of the recent incidences. Aha! So, the Shiraishi household. There's a chance that Michio didn't actually kill herself. It might be for the best that we didn't find her parents. Think so? Aria's checking the Shiraishi house at the end of the road. The street's real narrow, so two big guys like us would stick out like a pair of sore thumbs. Two big guys. Two large men. Yes. Alright, I'll go check out the house. Oh, you're back. No luck, boss. No one home? Doesn't look like it. I knocked for a while, but nobody came to the door. It was like 2 seconds. I glanced in the windows, but there was no sign of activity inside either. I saw about 3 newspapers stuffed into their mailbox. We don't have the ability to continue. We must suspend. Interesting. I figured it would just lead naturally into, well, I guess their investigation was like 10 o'clock. I guess Richter might have called them. Let's go somewhere else. Yeah, we can't really do anything else at the school either. You cannot currently progress any further. Once your situation is changed, select resume to try again. Pressing suspend will return you to the story chart. Story chart. Okay, well, the only other path we can go is these guys. Start from location selection, I guess. Go to the bridge. Candy shop. Like, why did it kick me out anyway? It's very weird. I guess we'll finish off with this block. And we got to this, and then I just said, okay, bye-bye.
Hmm. Strange. Well, anyway, I think that, regardless, is a good stopping point. We can figure out what to do next time. Man, we found out that the thumb is active. I mean, there's no way he still looks like this, right? There's no way they... Nah, right? How would we even know what he looks like? And we know about Natsuo Yamamori now. Just a complete bitch, I guess. Takumi made another appearance. We haven't seen Ayame yet. Namigaki's gone. I think he's probably dead. Oh, this, yeah, UI. You know about UI now. Don't really. Just by looking the way he's dressed, he kind of looks Yakuza. I'm not gonna lie. This guy, we had a brief look at. He doesn't have a curse stone anymore, so he's not a threat. This guy, I don't know. I think he is. I think he's a bad man. I think he's a bad man. Unfortunately, he looks chill. Jinochi is a fucking pervert, and actual good thing he's dead. Alkid is a sweetheart. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. So yeah. Oh, yeah, the game just auto-suspended me because I don't have anything. How would I then progress? There must be an offshoot somewhere I just don't know about. Can Shibori park? No way. Alright. Because it's, yeah. It's like broke. Yeah, so there must be an off branch somewhere that I don't know about. We'll figure it out next time. Hey guys, thank you for watching. VOD watchers, thank you for watching whenever y'all get the chance. I hope y'all have a fantastic evening, morning, whenever you're watching this, afternoon. And I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.